Good morning. This is take two. I started this about 5 minutes ago, had a technical glitch with my phone, and I had to switch out phones. So, anyway, good morning. It is 8:05 a.m. I apologize for the lateness of the start of this show. It is Saturday morning, October 24th, like I said, 8:05 a.m. And this is Ken. I'm Ken. And you're about to watch Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Hello. Good morning, Trey. Hello, Valentina, Fritz, Scott, and I think I might have said everybody that's tuned in, but thanks for liking my video, Fritz. Again, this is Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. It's a little show I started about a year and a half ago. I was depressed and sad and living alone in a dark apartment, and thought for some crazy reason I'd like to share those emotions with people on Facebook, because I think it's important to be real. I think it's, hi Scotty, bathrobe man. I don't know why everyone makes a big deal about the bathrobe. Yes, I wear a bathrobe. If I don't wear a bathrobe, you guys complain. Anyway, so I think it's important to be real. And again, I was going through a real hard time about a year and a half back, and feeling down and blue and working on myself and trying to get myself in a better place. And anyway, started sharing it on Facebook again because I wanted to let other people know that, you know, they're not alone if they're having those sort of feelings. And so I started sharing mine, and I found just talking to you, keep the bathrobe on. All right, funny man, your life has changed since then. Yes, okay. Uh, what was I saying? I don't know. I'm reading too many comments. I appreciate all the comments, by the way. But anyway, I found by sharing my thoughts on this video, it did a lot for me. Even this morning, I was laying in bed and not super excited to start talking live on Facebook. But even as soon as I push live, I feel a little bit better. So it'd be super awkward. Yeah, all right, if you weren't wearing that bathrobe. Yes, it would. Anyway, before I digress, the show's not really about me. It's about my love of coffee. And there's only, for those that have been watching a while, there's only one rule of Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. And it's that I don't get to have my very, very first sip of coffee on a Saturday morning until I push live on Facebook and start talking. And I have done that. So like I always say, without further ado, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of you. And if you do, or even if you don't, cheers to us. It's hazelnut today. I say it every week. We go back and forth between hazelnut and good morning, Christine. Hi, Gail. I go back and forth between Sumatra, a dark, heavy coffee from Starbucks, and a hazelnut, which I get from Dunkin' Donuts. Sharing is good, like therapy. Good morning, Ken. As I mentioned at the start of the show, I had a small technical glitch. I was using my phone, and for some reason, I started a show using my phone, and it logged me off after about, 45 seconds of talking. And I usually talk for about half an hour on these. And so I didn't trust my phone. This is a long story, so bear with me. Not that long. Had to run upstairs, grab my wife's phone, and get all logged in on Facebook using her phone. But what I'm realizing, morning, Adam, is that my font setting on my phone is larger. And I'm 52 years old. Good morning, Christine Campbell. Starting off with a political comment right off the bat. You trying to get me in trouble? Maybe the battery won't die. Oh my gosh, I haven't even checked the battery tray. If it does, that'd be bad. My other one was fully charged. But either way, the font setting on Anne-Marie's phone is a lot smaller than mine. And I'm 52 years old, and I don't want to wear my reading glasses. So I'm having a little more trouble reading the comments. but I'm going to do my best. And I appreciate you guys commenting and all the likes and shares and love I get. Um, um, you know, every week on this show. It's pretty cool. I was going to touch the screen, but then I thought something bad might happen. First of all, before I begin, I want to thank Trey and Valentina for sharing my video last week. That means a lot to me. We currently get a couple thousand people watching this show every week, which I think is pretty funny. But I'd always like to grow my audience, and it's going to sound pretty cheesy, we're going to order some coffee with Ken shirts because we like it, and people come up to us on the street, when we're at Starbucks or whatever, and say, "Hey, you're that guy that does the coffee show." So we're trying to promote it a little bit, and we haven't ordered the shirts yet, but when we do, Trey and Valentina, we're going to send them to you. So thank you for sharing last week. I'm going to have my second sip of coffee. How are you guys doing? How has your week been? How was your night last night? Real quick, I'm sitting inside today. For those that have been watching a while, you know I like to do this show out on the patio, but fall is here. It's 32 degrees outside, and I actually considered doing it out there, but I thought I would freeze, and you say that every week, Fritz. It's pumpkin spice or something. When are you going to be on my show? Adam, I got a buddy that's an insurance agent, is also kind of does interviews with local professionals, and he wants me to be on his show, and I appreciate that, and I'd love to. Adam, we'll set that up soon. Anyway, yeah, it's 32 degrees outside right now, and it looks like it's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous day if you like cool fall weather, but the leaves look brilliant. They're still on the tree, and it's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Good morning, Scott Cooper! And excited about that because we've had a lot of rain the last few days, and looking forward to, just a nice, crisp, cool fall day because fall is probably my favorite season, and it sounds like I think today's going to be a beautiful one. I want to thank Gail and Tim and their daughter Jamie, and their dog Charlie. They had us over. Emery and I went to a couple friends, clients. Hi, Judy. Last night had a nice dinner over there. Drank a couple margaritas. It was some clients of Anne Marie's that bought their home, I guess, in March, and we were talking about it. We usually like to visit our clients a little sooner than that, but they finally, with all the COVID blowing up. Right after they bought their house, we weren't able to make it out there. Hi, Gail. Thank you for dinner. Hope Jamie's watching. She's probably still asleep. But we had a real nice time catching up, and it was cool being there because they so obviously loved their home. And, we love when our clients are very happy with the home they buy from us, and they obviously loved it. They'd done some nice things. They painted, they put in new flooring, and the home was beautiful. And I don't know if they always keep it that clean or just cleaned the heck out of it because they knew they had guests coming over, but the home was beautiful, and it was again just nice spending a few hours and enjoying some Mexican food and a couple margaritas with some friends. How many margaritas did I have? Good question, Valentina. I did not drive home. Anne-Marie was the designated driver on the way home. I don't know exactly how many margaritas I had. I think the daughter Jamie and I may have done a shot of tequila before I left. So not too many, but enough not to drive home. So anyway, have some more coffee. It's been a weird week. A lot of things happened. I had a root canal on Tuesday, and honestly, I was terrified about that going in. I don't like having my teeth worked on, and root canal sounds very invasive. And for an hour and a half, I had, he's not even a dentist, he's got some other degree, or he's a specialist, digging in my mouth and making yucky sounds and injecting me with painkillers, but overall it went well. My mouth's still a little sore from it, honestly, but it wasn't a horrible, horrible experience. For those of you that ever need to get a root canal, I tell you, it's not that bad. I voted, I think, on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? and that felt good. Again, we're getting bombarded with all these political messages here on social media, and we're getting bombarded, oh my gosh, on TV. Uh, so it felt good to get that behind me and take care of it and vote for who I thought would do the best for our country going forward and for our local. No, it's not a periodontist. It starts with an E. I don't know, endoclavis or something. I don't know what it is. I got his card in my wallet, but I'm not going to go get it, Fritz. Um, yeah, it felt good voting. It was, I heard the lines were horrible, and that morning on Facebook, a woman I used to work with posted how she was in and out at this specific location in Naperville, and that motivated me to do it. And I went over there at 10 in the morning. For those that live in Naperville, wondering about early voting, I heard the Islamic Center on 75th has no line. Excuse me. And I went to a location at 2011 South Washington. Again, no real line at all. Pleasant experience. The people working the voting place were very, very friendly and pleasant, so it made it nice. Just had to take a deep breath. It's nice to reflect every now and again. And again, I'm in the sunroom and I'm looking outside at the beautiful world out there. And honestly, I wish I was out at on our patio, but I think it might be a little too cold, so I'm not going to do it, and I'll just let that pass. What else happened this week? I voted. I got a root canal. Oh, been a tough week in some ways for me. uh, on Sunday this week, they were planning on starting to bring the kids back to Naperville schools here. I'm sure most of you know I live in Naperville, Illinois. It's about, I don't know, 30 miles west of Chicago. And they were talking about reopening the schools. And my wife and I have been very active on that subject. Again, between the two of us, we have 5 children. The ages range from 6 to 14. And we think it's important kids get to school. So we were kind of excited, but also anxious because Anne Marie was, jumping through hoops, getting the kids registered or trying to get the kids registered for classes as she'd been homeschooling at the beginning of the semester. But when they announced that they were going to reopen schools, we think obviously school is very important, and we want our kids to hang out with other kids and to be instructed by real professionals, teachers. So she was doing what she had to get them registered. But then Wednesday night, or Tuesday night, I guess, the day before most of the kids were supposed to go back, they announced, since cases are spiking in our area, that they were not going to do in-person learning, and it was going to continue to be remote. And I kind of feels funny saying those words, in-person learning versus e-learning or remote learning or what have you. And all my life, and it bums me out even talking about it, all my life there was only one type of school, and we went to school. And unfortunately, that's not the case right now, and that bums me out. And again, it got worse as they announced, because our area apparently has a certain number of cases per 100,000 people or whatever, that they were going to be shutting down restaurants in our area. And that bums me out on so many levels. I like to go out. The state just shut down indoor dining here in Naperville yesterday. Sad. It is, Scott. I like to go out. I like to socialize. Anne Marie and I like to be out and about amongst the town. I like to work at Starbucks, as many as you know. Every day I'd go and set up my office, my little office to go in Starbucks. And now obviously we're not able to do that. And that bums me out. And it really kind of put me in a funk, almost a depression on Wednesday. And I feel for all the restaurants out there and the bar owners and all the people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into building a small business, because the restaurant business is tough. Any small business is tough. But if you can't have customers, people eating actually in your restaurant, it's really, really hard to keep, your doors open for any length of time. And I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook that we got to do what we can to support our restaurants and our local businesses by ordering carryout. And hi Danny, Hugo's has an awesome enclosed and heated outdoor area. I appreciate hearing that, Danny. Because yeah, I haven't been there, but I do know that tunnel right by Hugo's. I could see that being the case, and it might work for some people or for some businesses, but some businesses are really in trouble. And they talk about ordering carry out to keep them afloat. And honestly, I think it's a great, noble idea, and I want to help them as much as I can, of course, but there's no way they can survive on carry out. I know for us, it's not just about the food. We like the dining experience. And I was talking about it with Anne-Marie. She doesn't want to clean up at home or be in charge of getting drinks. It's nice to go out and get pampered and have people bringing you your food and clearing your plates and, everything with the dining, seeing other people out dining. So we're bummed about that. And, I don't want to get too down or too blue, but really bummed that it seems we're going backwards. And I guess I'm ready to go forwards. So anyway, I'm going to have some more coffee. It's getting a little tepid. I wonder if I ran and got some more, if you guys would stay tuned. So anyway, what else is going on? Been talking about only 16 minutes. I started a little late today. My show usually runs about 30 minutes, give or take 5 maybe. At the very beginning, a year and a half ago when I started, the first show might have been about 3 minutes long. And I think the show's gotten more interactive. People are commenting more, and I see people talking amongst themselves even on the stream. And they're throwing out topics. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about on this cool, crisp Saturday morning, please let me know. I'd love to opine. Let me see. Scott Cooper, Danny, yep. However, there are not a lot of places here in Naperville that can do the same thing, and they will be impacted. Even Hugo's is going to be impacted. No, Ember Mug, Fritz, no. We looked that up. It's like $200. One of my most loyal watchers, Fritz, suggested last week I get what's called an ember mug to keep my coffee warm. And Fritz, rarely does my coffee get cold, except on Saturday mornings when I'm spending half the time talking to my phone. I like to drink things quickly, whether it's water or beer or coffee. I'm a bit of a consumer. I think it was because I grew up in the Tracy family with 2 older brothers and a younger sister, and my mom put food on the table, and I know it sounds like a story, but it's not. It's like we didn't have the ability to complain if we didn't eat or drink. It was gone. Hot plate, whatever. Maybe I'll just drink my coffee a little faster. Big Ten football started last night. Or at least Illinois football played their first game. I graduated from U of I in 1990. Always been a big fan of college sports. Love college basketball. Love college football. And Illinois started. They played their first game last night against Wisconsin, who's always pretty tough. I've been optimistic about our sports teams, but we did not look so good. I turned it off last night in the fourth quarter. We were down 35-7. I'll be a little political here. Illinois, the team voted to change the orange, which is the school color, I on the side of their helmet, to black eye to support racial equality or what have you. And, I don't know. I don't really care either way about that. That's fine. But I thought the black eye looked really cool on their helmets. And I thought it was, so I kind of thought it was neat, actually. But then they went on and they kind of laid an egg in the football game last night, which was disappointing. And, well, anyway, so I don't know what I have to say about that. Hello, Pat Jones. Pat Jones, you're a dentist. And I think that's super cool. I'm right, Pat. You are a dentist, correct? I'm not sure where you're living, but I thought about you. Love is our coach. He sure is. Scott, did you go to U of I? I thought about you, but I didn't know if I'd want a friend of mine digging his mouth around or fingers around in my mouth, uh, giving me a root canal or anything like that. So anyway, but I did think about you, and I think it's really cool that you are in the medical profession. I think that's awesome. Hey, hold on. Let's see how many you stay. I got a certain number of people watching. I'll be back in about 5 seconds. Hello, hello. Did I lose you? No, I didn't lose anybody. That's so nice. You're an orthodontist. Oh, okay. Well, shoot. You're an orthodontist. Both my daughters just got braces. I could have used you for them. Because, yeah, they give. I'm amazed. Like I said, both my girls just got braces. It seems they're doing it earlier, and the process is quicker. I don't know if you guys tighten the screws on those braces quicker, but Aaron's teeth got straight really quickly. And I remember wearing them as a kid. I thought I had them on a couple of years. It seems that's gotten. Laid an egg is an understatement with its defense. No, Ken went to University of Iowa. That's cool. Big Ten. That was fast. I'm so proud I didn't lose any viewers. So anyway, I got another nice hot cup of coffee. This is one of my favorite mugs. My girls got it for me probably, I was going to say 10 years ago. Might have been 10 years ago. And it's colorful. I think it's friendly. And I like Kenny as a name. I see a bunch of likes going on, and I say this every week, because you know I'm insecure, and it strokes my ego when you guys like and love, and if you share my video, I'll send you a free t-shirt as soon as they come in, but I love the likes, and I love the loves that I'm seeing for this, and I appreciate that you guys take your time on a Saturday morning to, drink some coffee with me. It means a lot to me that you tune in. And I do appreciate it. Karen Olson, thank you. So what else do I have for you? Talked about sports, touched on COVID, touched on politics a little bit, touched on root canals, touched on voting. Morning, Jonathan. Jonathan, I don't know if you ever watched before, but I do appreciate you watching. I'm getting a lot of new viewers, and that's exciting. That always pleases me because, again, I enjoy doing this show. It makes me feel good, and it seems to, make the audience feel good. So that's like a win-win situation. And I love Kimberly Welch. Thank you for liking my video. Do you guys wear bathrobes? I'm really rambling today. I don't know why I get so much grief for this bathrobe. I usually come out, Gary, thank you for liking it. I usually come out in, my PJ pants and a t-shirt, because that's usually what I wear, but I don't know. This bathrobe's pretty darn comfy. It's nice and soft. I think it's a real expensive one that Anne-Marie bought me for Christmas, I think a year or two ago. You don't wear a bathrobe? Is that like something? Is that not cool in 2020? Is this like a 1980 thing, wearing a bathrobe? I don't know. Feels real comfortable. For those that don't wear a bathrobe, what, Kimberly, you're covering your face? Who out there wears a bathrobe besides me and Anne-Marie? I'd like to know. This is an important topic. I want to teach her some PJ. Yeah, well, that's usually what I do. Thank you, Valentina. But do you wear a bathrobe? I think if you guys don't, you should. They're ridiculously comfortable. They're so soft and they're warm. And, I'm liking it a lot. Never had one. Fritz, I'm not sure what that emoji means. I love the robe. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you all. So, what's my plans for the weekend? I was just talking to Anne-Marie in bed before I came on down, and I was going, hey, honey, do we have many appointments today, or what do we got going? She goes, I don't think we have anything. And for those that have been watching, between Anne-Marie and I, we have 5 children, and we have whole weeks on and whole weeks off, and sometimes we'll have 5, sometimes we'll have 3, sometimes we'll have 2, and thank you. This week's a kid-free week, and we got a kid-free weekend, and no real plans on a beautiful fall weekend. That's kind of exciting for us, and I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, I know we're going to do a little bit of work, but nothing, no open houses this weekend. I often talk about how work's going real well. We have taken on shorts and t-shirts. Karen, I suggest you try the bathrobe. We've taken on uh, three new listings the last 2 weeks, and we got another one coming next week. So work's going really well. And as I usually say, or I said last week, I judge my business's strength. Obviously, I'm in real estate. By the number of listings I have. And my biggest challenge, especially in a seller's market, is keeping my inventory of listings up because, a lot of times you'll put them on the market, and when the market's real hot, they'll sell real quick. And which is good because it's my job to sell homes. Mowing the lawn for one of the last times this season. Scott Cooper, I might do that too. But anyway, back to work real quick. One of our challenges is always to keep our listing inventory up. And anytime I have more than, say, 5 listings, we're doing okay. But I'd love to break out to the next level and get up to where we have maybe 10 or 15 listings on the books, and we're selling maybe 5 homes a month. And that's our goal, and we're striving for it, but we're certainly not there yet. So, yeah, Scott, you're mowing the lawn. That's a good idea. Are you a raker? Do you guys rake your leaves? Do you blow them into the streets or what have you? I never really have. Raking is extremely physically strenuous, I find. And I like to mow over them and mulch them up. And I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think all the mulched up leaves is probably good for the ground. So what do I know? It's still so good. Anyway, I don't have a ton for you this week. But I want to thank you for watching this week and for sharing in my story and my little adventure called life over the last year and a half in this show. But for all my friends and family that have been, known me for longer, I want to thank you for being a part of my life. And all the love and support that you give me and you give Anne-Marie and you give my family means a ton to me. And I want to thank you for watching. And I say this every week, if you got kids, squeeze them and tell them you love them. And if you're fortunate to have your parents still around, give them a call. Tell them you love them too. Because I know whenever my girls even send me a little text, it means the world to me. And I try and stay in touch with my dad pretty much every day. Give him a quick FaceTime and just check in. Because I imagine he probably gets some of the same good feelings that I do when my girls reach out to me. And as we all know, tomorrow is never promised. So try and appreciate the little things. I woke up this morning kind of anxious and feeling a little, I don't want to do my coffee show, which is what I feel every week. But as I sit here in my sunroom and I look outside as the sun is coming up and the leaves, I'm going to give you a quick show of what I'm looking at. And as I see the beautiful leaves outside and on this cool, crisp day, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but that's what I'm looking at. I don't know if the camera is going to catch the beauty of the color of those leaves, but it's just gorgeous outside. I'm going to point down this way. Look at the red and the green and the yellow. Again, I don't know if you saw any of that, but I wanted to share it if I could. Hi, Holly. Holly just came back. She's been outside the whole morning. Here she is. Emery thinks she's the true star of this show. Hi, Holly. She's our beautiful, she's going to be 2 years old. Why are you pawing me? Do not give me, you are bad. You're mad at me for talking on the phone? She's going to be 2 in a couple days. Get down. And, hey. Again, we like to think I call her the co-star. Anne-Marie thinks she's the star, but she really holds our family together, and we give her a lot of love. So anyway, I digress. I'm saying I woke up this morning feel a little anxious, but as I sit here on this cool, crisp fall day, looking at the leaves, it reminds me to appreciate, it is Holly, the little things in life. How is my dad, Karen Olson? He's doing real well. He's going to be 80 in December, and Doing well. He had a bit of a health scare about 5 years ago, or maybe six, that slowed him down a little bit. He had a weird rare syndrome called Guillain-Barré that almost, put him in a really bad spot for several months. But he's doing well. He gets out and about, and he lives out in the Rockford area with my sister Carolyn. And I think it's a great spot for him because, she's got six kids. So he's around, or not my cousins, my nieces and nephews. And I think, that probably keeps him young and keeps him happy and keeps him moving. And I think he's in a good spot. So he's doing real well. What was I saying? Oh, the pretty leaves. So it reminds me to appreciate the little things. Because again, I was a little down and anxious this morning. And I started, sometimes I have to force myself to, but that's okay. Thinking about the good things in my life, my relationship, my kids, my family, my friends. And it all starts with just, that first thought. And just looking at the leaves today puts me in a good mood. So anyway, hope you're doing well. And again, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I didn't have a whole lot for you this week. Sorry I'm doing the show inside, but it's 32 degrees out. That's too cold for coffee outside. And so thank you for watching. Thank you for the love and support you give me every week. And hope you enjoyed your coffee this morning. And I guess as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day.